Hello everyone, Roohani Reiki with you again with my healing stories. Today we have Renu with us who is going to talk about how she got into Reiki because of her son who was suffering from chronic asthma. Asthma is a condition in which our airways become narrow. They get inflamed and filled up with extra mucus which does not allow us to breathe properly. The inability to take in life. One of the triggers of asthma is stress, and practicing Reiki really helps us to relieve us of stress. Like I had said in my last video, when we practice Reiki, we are able to take in more energy from the universe. Our breathing becomes deep and regular, and that helps in lowering the stress factor. So let us hear from Renu how Reiki helped her and her son. Hi Renu, how are you?
Hi Ranjani, all good. How are you?
Yeah, good. I think we all are going through these amazingly unprecedented times. किसी ने सोचा भी नहीं था कि ऐसा कभी होगा. But given that, I think every morning when I wake up, I mean, gratitude. We are good. We are safe, right?
That's true. It's a little bit difficult, getting tougher and tougher the more days are passing by. Just sitting at home, but still, I think it's bringing the families together. We are communicating more, spending more time together. So
Yeah. Yeah. That you're absolutely right. We need to focus on what is happening right at the moment.
yeah.
So Renu, I really wanted you to share with my followers on Roohani Reiki, saying that how did you get into Reiki, and what does Reiki healing mean to you?
So long, like 1998. Next, like 1 year. My son was 1 year. That we lived in Dhaka. It was like very close community of us living together. And then one of the friends got a Reiki healer from Delhi, and that's how I learned my level one. And as soon as I learned my level one, I felt kind of a urge, that I need to learn more about this. Whatever I have learned, of course, it was coming more helpful for me because my son started after 1 year. He started getting asthma attacks, and his attacks
Okay,
would become
yes.
frequent.
Uh-huh.
Every 15 days, he was getting almost an attack, and very young. How to deal with it? Reiki was very helpful. Whenever he had an attack, he was small. He didn't know what is happening. But whenever I kept my hands, and you had taught me that chote bachcho ko, they don't realize it. It works very fast. And it was true. I met you after, I think, 3 years or something in 2000.
I'll tell you, we met in 2005.
Ah, okay. So yeah, long time then. 2-3 years I tried to learn some from somewhere when I was in India. I couldn't. Whatever I learned, it was too much in a hurry, or I didn't find the right teacher because it's become so commercial in India that waited again and luck or whatever you say, what the energies brought you. And
I think they say no, when the student is ready, the teacher comes. It happened to me too, same thing. Yeah. What what is it that one should do? What is healing? And now of course you've been doing other things as well. So could you say something about your understanding of healing?
so for me, healing is something. So there are two kinds of healings. I take it this way, that one is personal healing, that I want to do it always on myself. And that I feel is like every day taking a shower. I'm every time thinking, or whenever I am thinking of healing myself, I'm always like bringing in lighter energies always,
Correct.
so that I am at peace with myself, in love with myself. That comes in first for me. That is very important.
Beautiful.
If I
Absolutely.
am not at peace with myself, if I am not always, I'm always worried, oh, I didn't do this right, I didn't do that right. No, then I have to fix myself first, then going out to other world where I want I want to help others, or if others want help, then I'm ready to help them. Otherwise, I do refuse people and I say, okay, can we wait for a week, or can we wait for 10 days? I'll do it later. I'll do it. Or many a times it doesn't happen also.
Yes.
And then when I am healing with others and I am doing healing for others, I'm always like, never judge the other person. Okay, fine. I want to listen less from them and be more on the side where when I am healing them, listen more to my guides or my intuition or my feeling at that time. What comes, I give them. So like that I do other modalities also, because when I moved to
Yeah,
Hong
yeah, yeah. I would like you to talk about that. Yeah,
Kong,
very interested to know.
when I moved to Hong Kong, healing, I learned aura soma. I came into shamanism, which really interested me. I have learned by now I have learned from 5 different teachers, different kind of shamanism. I met many kinds of shamanic healers. I went to Amsterdam to learn. I went to Amsterdam and I met the Keros from Peru. I met so there is a foundation for shamanic studies where they meet the indigenous people from different tribes, and then they have put all those different kind of teachings into
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
one way of teaching, where they say that drumming and the
Yes.
sound produced from drumming helps in
Yes.
going into the altered state of consciousness, where you can connect to your spirits and the spirits then guide you. It was very interesting for me because I felt I did feel that with Reiki it's different. And I do apply Reiki. It's not that I'm not applying Reiki. I do help people with Reiki, but then there is a different way of healing with people who have different levels of problems. Then
Correct.
I use shamanic healing on that. And
And you went to Bali, no, for these amazingly. You used to send us pictures and used to look at them.
same foundation for shamanic studies, learned into, I went into a master level, you can call, or higher level.
Super,
I did a
amazing, absolutely.
3 year
Yeah.
course. And I have a dream that I had after I finished my that shamanic healing. I wanted to share it with you. There is
Sure, sure. I would love to hear that.
it's kind of a self healing dream, I call it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So it was. I'll read out my dream because I wrote it down. It's quite an
Please, it would be lovely. Thank you so much, Renu, for sharing that. Yeah. What is your dream?
I was in the wetlands. It was dark. I was lying on mushy land and saw crocodiles coming to tear my flesh apart. I saw them peeling off layers of my skin and my organs being pulled off. It all felt so real. I was both alive and dead. I had no guts to look if my eyes were open, although I wanted to. I didn't want to look at myself. What? Because
Okay,
I am two
okay.
people. I am one that is lying down, and I am one who's looking at what is happening to
I
me.
get it. Yeah.
Mixed feelings, but no fear. It was more inquisitive eyes watching what will happen next. Many more crocodiles appeared from nearby bushes, and all that was left was my heart, still throbbing in the bloody rib cage. So I could see the bloody rib cage, and there was a small, just the heart, which is still beating. I saw my heart covered in blood, still beating. I physically could feel tears in my eyes, but I didn't know why I was so emotional. Back in my mind, I wanted my past to just leave me and let me be free. Something was going on, and I wanted all this to go away. A snake came by, also from the bushes, opened its jaw, and swallowed my heart. I was just
Wow.
a soul. I saw myself painting the ceiling of a church, moving to another dimension with endless flower fields. So I was just moving, going into different
Yes, yes,
natural beauty everywhere. I felt like a new birth. I am happy. I am in a new world. I the dream, I came out of the dream, I opened my eyes physically and felt a little bit of tingling at the bottom of my foot. Foot fingers were feeling like kind of fresh, and I felt that something has left me.
Wow, amazing. Yeah,
So
I mean, this like I can see a lot of metaphors here, and
yeah,
probably the meaning of all that you will know better because you know your
yeah.
life much
So
better.
I, with shamanic healing and all this, I started. Your own physical self. You started learning more about yourself. That why you get dreams, what is the meaning of the dreams, and how they can help you in life. Actually, the dreams come for some reason, and there is always some meaning to it. Of course, might be not at that moment you can take
Mm.
out a meaning, but it does make a lot of sense
Yes, yes.
for us to be able to come up to that stage. Shamanism brought me to
Mm.
that stage where I
Mhm.
understand what things are
Yeah,
happening, how things are happening. Then
correct.
I also met more Peruvian shamanic healers. There was one here, Joanne Wilcox Parisi, who writes quite a lot about how to move energy in your body. That
Okay.
also I practice myself quite a lot. So
Mm-hmm.
day to and that's beautiful actually. And
Yes,
then we
yes.
move energy with people whom we are in connection with our
Correct, correct.
relationships, especially you can grow then slowly with it. Like first we move with our close relations, our children or our
Yes,
friends.
yes, yes.
Then we start doing moving energy between bigger groups. So I will be
Mm-hmm.
moving energy between 20 people, 50 people in the room, like that.
Wow. Oh,
So
wow.
it does magic. It makes wonders happen when you move energy between so many people.
Amazing. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that is a very. It's like if you actually understand the whole concept of how
Mm-hmm.
the heroes move energy, you will be actually getting like a PhD in energy.
Oof.
It's
Super,
quite
super.
but it's the more you work with it, it
Mm-hmm.
comes same with Reiki also. The more you work with it, the more you understand and you
Correct.
move ahead with it.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Renu. That was really, really lovely. And I've been thinking, really wishing that someday I'll be sitting in, face to face, and we can do a session together. And you can do what you just help me understand what you really do. But in the meanwhile, I thought let me do this. And another reason why I decided to do these videos right now is because currently, like we heard the kind of situation we all are in. More and more, I'm hearing people are losing jobs, and the mental condition is not really good. So, do you? I think one of the reasons I started this was I'm not saying just Reiki. It can be anything. It can be a simple meditation exercise. But do you really believe that we all, definitely for our children, we must help them to to get into one of these things? It can be anything. It can be. I really say that because I think we know this. I myself started doing transcendental meditation, and I find that very powerful, and I practice it morning, evening. And it really helps me to keep my, I think, emotionally and spiritually, it keeps me grounded. I think, which really helps me to deal with the situation right now. So, what do you
No,
feel about
there
this?
are people who have. Oh, it's true. I have come across people who say, "Oh, meditation. I can't do meditation." But then these times are different. There is a surge of more positive energy all around. But yeah, even though monetarily it's not going well for many people, big changes are happening,
Yes,
but there is still something better happening is,
correct.
and people are changing into this kind of understanding that these kind of modalities of meditation or healing, they do work. People are turning into it.
Thank you so much, Renu. This was wonderful. So, like I said, Roohani Reiki stories. So, bringing you different story about different people and their journey, and yeah. So, thank you again, Renu.
Thank you, Ranjini. Nice talking to you.